Mic check, mic check. What's going on, world? You already know it's your boy SB, and I want to welcome you to the 70th episode of season 5 of the Roll Up Podcast. Yes, you heard me correctly. It is 70th episode. That means we got 10 more episodes left until we reach our yearly goal of 80 episodes of the Roll Up Podcast. As always, as I like to kick off each episode, I want to thank each and every one of y'all that's taking some time to sit down with your boy and be inspired by the campaign. I know it's been real. I know it's been tough. I know a lot of things been happening in your life and you don't understand why. This podcast is going to help you understand why everything has been happening, and it's been happening for a reason. So if you've been locked into the campaign and you've been reaching out to me, letting me know how the podcast is affecting you, I just want to say thank you from the bottom of my heart, because I really appreciate it, man. My goal through all of this is to be that light for somebody that's in a dark time. Even if I only change one life, that's enough for me. I can say my mission is done. So if you've been locked into the campaign since episode 1 of this year, I just want to say thank you. I love you. And if you need something from the store, holla at me. We can work something out. But before we dive into today's conversation, it's time that we handle some business first. As always, as I like to kick off every episode, man, again, if you haven't done so already, subscribe to the campaign on all major platforms, whether it's Spotify, Apple Podcasts, or YouTube. The goal for 2025 is to amass 100,000 subs on all platforms. So, if you really enjoy what you're hearing, if you're feeling inspired, if you want to, contribute to the Roll Up Podcast reaching the goal, make sure you drop a subscribe for your boy. Make sure you check out tsbe.org as well. That's the official website of the Roll Up Podcast. Everything related to the campaign, whether it be the Gas Pack Only Club, grabbing you some merch, access to the YouTube channel, access to the books, etc. Everything you need is all in one place. Also, be sure to check out the Roll Up Podcast on Instagram and Threads, and be sure to subscribe to the Sauce Brady Experience on YouTube as well. Again, Season 5 merch collection going crazy. It's available until New Year's Eve. And then Season 6 merch starts on 1/1/25. So if you're looking for some new gear, if you're looking for some, a way to support the campaign, make sure you go grab you some merch. So with all that being said, it's time that we dive into today's conversation. In order to maintain true sanity, we need to silently acknowledge our accomplishments and keep pushing forward. Recognizing our positive contributions and understanding our worth will help guide us to our desired level of living. Understanding who we are is an essential piece of life's puzzle, and once we see who we are, we will not settle for anything less than the greatness that we deserve. At times, it's hard to see through the smoke. Sometimes it gets discouraging that the college degree we were semi-forced to get didn't equal out to the big payday we were promised. It can get discouraging when you're in a relationship doing everything in your nature to make it work and still come up short. It will grind your gears when you know that you're the best person for the promotion and they give it to somebody else. But one way to combat the uncertainty is to consider it as the universe protecting you from unwanted situations. As we transition into this new stage in our lives, let's stand our ground and fight for what's rightfully ours. We all have big dreams, goals, and aspirations. Instead of constantly tailoring our likes and dislikes for other people, let's direct that energy to unlock our true self and demand our proper respect. Many times we lose sight of who we are and we allow people to treat us any kind of way, and oftentimes we find an excuse to make it right. As of right now, this is our declaration. As of right now, we will no longer roll over and play the victim. Today is the day that the hunted will become the hunter. When the hunted becomes the hunter, the momentum shifts and one becomes confident in his or her craft. Once confidence has been restored, body language will go from fatigue to cooler than the other side of the pillow. When the energy is changed, the world will adjust accordingly, and those who once doubted you before will put some respect on your name. I know things are tough right now, but one day they won't be. Let's recognize how great we really are right now and move accordingly. The number one rule to transitioning from the hunted to the hunter is to not let your food get cold, worrying about what's on somebody else's plate. When you're consistently in a state of comparison, you lose sight of what's intended for you. When you continue to measure your success to the next person, you are allowing the wind of their movement to blow out your candle. But when you protect the dream and focus on keeping your fire lit, you become unstoppable. It's time that we become unstoppable. It's time that we stop letting life circumstances take us out of the hunt. It's time that we stop watching what everybody else is doing, what they have, and be grateful for what you have, except for this horn going in the background. Everybody's journey is different. Everybody's fighting a battle that they don't talk about. But as I've said countless times, it's none of your business what everybody else is going through. It's 1000% up to you to be calm in the face of adversity. It's 1000% up to you to be aware of what's happening both inside and outside. It's 1000% up to you to make sure you're prepared to be in the hunt. It's up to you to make sure that your arsenal is fully loaded, knives sharpened, and to keep your goals in sight. As we continue to trek the roads less traveled, it's time that we become the hunter by sharpening our mindset. By sharpening our mindset, we are able to remain stoic in the face of trials and tribulations. By keeping our thoughts and actions in check, every move we make is intentional, and there are no shortcuts or easy roads to success. Like a hunter catching his prey, we must remain stealth and hide in plain sight. The more quiet the mind, the more we can hear. The more we keep our plans to ourselves, the more we can focus on the goal. To kind of bring it all home, in case you didn't get the reference, when we allow the circumstances of life to outweigh our resilient efforts, we become the hunted. It's only when we gain the toughness to fight back and overcome the moments of misfortune that we become the hunter. You may be tired and want to quit. You may want to keep creating. Your mind may have convinced you that if you throw in the towel now, everybody will understand. You may have already gone to the extent of giving up. My friend, this is your reminder that it's not over yet. If what you're after isn't important to you, you will find a way to succumb to the prey. But if you keep fighting with determination, you will eventually become the hunter. The fact that you woke up this morning, despite what your brain is telling you, waking up this morning is the win you need to stack more wins on top of. If you break down your big goal into a step-by-step plan and take steps towards it, you're destined to find what you're searching for. But as the saying goes, if you want to change what's on the inside, you got to change what's on the inside first. So with that being said, life is too short to settle. Know what you bring to the table and don't be afraid to eat alone. Protect your energy. Only allow people who are going to add to your life and not subtract from it. Don't seek validation from anyone, only from yourself. And don't let your food get cold worrying about what's on somebody else's plate. Stay in your lane, trust your process, and before you know it, things will be the way you want them to be. That concludes today's episode. If you found this content useful today, be sure to drop a like, comment, and subscribe to the campaign for your boy. Be sure to stay up to date with everything related to the campaign via tsbe.org. Be sure to check out the merch stores, grab you some merch, grab you a copy of the book, check out the YouTube channel, be on the lookout for the Gas Pack Only Plug campaign, and you already know what I'm finna say next, man. Twist that shit up, man. Get lifted, stay inspired. It's your boy. Peace.